of the very first and most memorable things is to make your promise. So when I was a 7-year-old and I made my promise as a little brownie, or as we call them now, junior guide. So that was my first memory of doing the whole ceremony attached to it and getting presented with your badges so you could go home with your shiny little badges on your uniform. The promise is something that all members of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts have to say to be a member. So that's where we actually promise to do our best to our community and to further our own beliefs. So it sort of goes back to one of the main things about Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting, which is about giving service and giving back to your community.
We've been through a big process of changing the promise, and there was a lot of media around the change of the promise because the wording changed, but it's far more relevant to today's society, and it still holds true to many of the values that were held in our old promise.
The Girl Guide Association is much more aware of what young women and girls of today actually want. So what is important to them. We've become, they're talking much more about advocacy, so what the young girls and young women actually want us to be advocates for. And so our promise and law, the change is very much relevant to what they want. And so it's more about being true to themselves and their beliefs rather than saying something that they may not have been, I suppose, as attached to.
And they've spent a lot of time trying to reinvigorate the brand, modernising our uniform and making it a uniform that all members, young and old, are really proud to wear. And we're all wearing the same uniform, so we're really identifiable in the community. They're just really trying to modernise and use social media and technology to their advantage, I guess, to really make it relevant.
How did you two meet?
Through guides.
It was a few years ago now, and it was actually at a state event that we were both there for the OLAFE program. So
in the Blue Mountains.
So it was at a conference where you learn life skills and further your guiding knowledge for 18 to 30-year-old members of Girl Guides. And since then it's developed past just being about Girl Guides, and we're actually quite good friends, and we share sort of those life moments with each other, getting married and furthering our careers and things. So it's, I suppose, it's really quite odd, and we all talk about you do create lifelong friends, and it really is, that's the case, definitely.
It is, for sure.